Hello and welcome to another video by Jobs Gurukul. So today we have a very important question to answer in the video. So let us proceed without wasting much time. So guys, interviews we always wonder how to answer the basic questions. So today we are coming up with how to give a structured answer to the question to some common questions in any interview. And if you follow the step by step instructions, then you are definitely going to be able to answer any of the common questions which are being put forward to you in any interview. So some of the common questions that we have covered are from years of experience, of my experience of having participated in many interviews and guided many candidates in how to face them. So without wasting much time, I will now move on to what are some of the most common questions and how to tackle them when in a job. So let us begin, guys. So if you can see on my screen, so these are some of the most common questions which you will face in the job interview. So first and foremost, tell me something about yourself. Basically, when you face, this is the most common question, and it is one of the most difficult but also an easy question, because this will help you to guide the interview in the direction in which you want. So tell me something about yourself. You should start with something very personal, like something about your family, like where are you born and brought up with, and which is your hometown. So you can start by giving some personal details which will ease the tension, and then you should cover highlights from your profile, that what has been your experience, what has been your achievements. Again, you have to be crisp and clear. So tell me something about yourself. You should not take more than 1.5 minutes or so. Then second question, what is your current role in your existing company? So this is one of the most important questions which will be asked to you in the interview, because you should because what the company interviewer is looking for is that how are you a fit in the new role which is being offered to you. So the way you should answer this question is basically you should try to link whatever work you are currently doing in your existing company. You should try to link that to the role being offered. So while answering this question, you should also mention about your current role, that what are your key responsibilities, what are the achievements, what are the team that you are managing, what are the big projects that you have undertaken. So you should mention about your strengths, but in a crisp manner, and also any awards that you have received in this role. Okay. Now coming to the third question. So just in the meanwhile, I would request, please subscribe to the channel for more and more tips, so that we can continue guiding you in areas of resume writing, interview preparation, job search and all. So please subscribe and hit the bell icon. So guys, proceeding to the next question, what do you know about our organization? So guys, before you face an interview, you should have good preparation. You should be prepared about the organization for which you are interviewing, because no interviewer likes a candidate who does not know the basics about an organization. I was giving this interview once for a company, an e-commerce company, and I'm admitting that it was a mistake to have not known about their current strategy which they are following in the market, or their current market share, who are their competitors and all. So guys, you should be prepared about such questions, that what do you know about the organization. You should at least know who's the CEO, what is the location of the organization, what is the current big thing that they are doing in the market. For example, if you are appearing for, say, Amazon. So for Amazon, you should know like who's the CEO, who's the India head, or the India managing director, who are the major competitors of Amazon, and also what are some of their strategies. Like, what if you are interviewing for a marketing position, you should understand what is the marketing strategy which Amazon is following. If you are into supply chain, then you should understand, and you should know beforehand. You should do that and study that how the Amazon supply chain is functioning. So at least the basics should be known to you. Nobody is expecting you to be an expert in the organization for which you are interviewing, but at least you should know the basics. And also, if you are interviewing, say, for a manufacturing company, then you should know what are their major products, what are the categories in which they are manufacturing, what are the plant locations and all. So coming to the next question, what is one strength and one weakness of yours? So these are some tricky questions. Now we come to the tricky part. So while giving about the strength, you should highlight one skill from which at which you are strong at, and you should mention that as the strength. Okay, and this skill should be related to the job for which you are interviewing. For example, if you are interviewing for a tech job, then you should highlight the strength as maybe some coding skill in R or Python, but it should be related to the job for which you are interviewing. For example, if you are appearing for a data scientist job, so in strength you should mention the common softwares and that how are you expert or adept at usage of those softwares. Now coming to the weakness, so weakness is the tricky part here, because you should not mention a weakness which is related to the profile for which you are interviewing. For example, if you are appearing for a job which requires a lot of Microsoft usage of Microsoft Excel or PowerPoint, and if you say that my weakness is Microsoft PowerPoint, then you are never going to be hired for that job. So in mentioning the weakness, what I would suggest is you should mention a weakness which is not related to the job for which you are interviewing. For example, if you are saying that you are for example, if you are you are interviewing for a manufacturing job, then you should not give the weakness as a project management or planning. You can give a weakness as for example, you can give weakness if the job said requires so if the job requirement is that you have to be good at project planning, good at managing people, then you should not mention as people management as a weakness of yours. You should mention, for example, you can mention that maybe you have a bad handwriting, or you are bad at say some particular software. You can mention that, okay, if the job does not require the use of that software. So I will make a detailed video on how to face this tricky question of telling me about your weakness, so in another video in details. So then we come to another important question: why do you wish to change the job now? So in while you face this question, guys, you should basically have a vision about why you are going, why you are changing the job. Okay, now you may change the job because you want the actual reason may be that you are changing the job because your current company is not paying you well, or your current manager, your boss is not treating you well, or the company is not allowing you to grow or to change role, you are stuck up in the role. But you should not mention or talk about these points, okay, because companies do not like cribbers. Companies do not like people who crib about salaries, who crib about bosses and all. These are some things, even if true, you can't mention that in the interview. So why do you wish to change job now? You should basically give them a vision of what is your future plan. So you can mention things like you want to broaden your horizon, and you want to face more challenges, and because you are currently having less of managerial experiences, and you want to maybe go out and have a managerial position in the company for which you are interviewing. Currently you are not having people reporting to you, so if you are appearing for the interview, you can mention which has a team in which you will be given a team to manage. So you can mention that I want to rise to a leadership position and grow myself in areas in the selected area for which you are interviewing. And also you can mention that I want to basically use my skills and grow to a broader role in the organization, where I can play a key role and I can play a bigger role in the growth of the organization. And also I wish to maybe you can mention that I am changing the job because the growth in my existing company is slower. Okay, so you can mention all these reasons. Again, you should think about what are the top maybe 1 or 2 reasons is good enough that you need to mention. Now coming to the last common question, you candidates very often face this: why should we hire you? So here the interviewer is basically asking specifically for maybe 2 or 3 reasons. So one structure that you can follow in answering this question is you can mention about the functional expertise that you are having with respect to the new position, the experience that you are having with respect to the new position, and also So apart from functional skills and experience, you can mention about your qualification. Okay, so you try to link with these three: functional expertise, qualification and experience, and you are adept at all these three with respect to the new role, hence they should hire you. So thank you so much candidates for this experience. So I hope you will be able to highlight your experience well with these interview questions, common interview questions, and please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that we continue bringing such good quality videos with lots of good content especially for you. Thank you.